It's a lovely evening and welcome to the Icu TV's main news tonight, Monday of the 13th day of the 4th month, April 2026. To keep you informed and inspired, here are the stories making headlines tonight. DPP yet to decide on a MUTALE cyber harassment case. Police clarify internal recruitment exercise amid public concerns. Zambia targets 3 million tons copper output by 2031. And of course, in our international news, we have Pope Leo vows to promote peace and dialogue. While in sports news, we have FIXTURES announces ABSA Cup quarterfinal fixtures and venues. I'll be back on the other side with the details. Bringing you the latest news and current affairs on Icu TV is me, Shaking Jacko Edgars, together with Ruth Nirongo on the transmission box. And now the news in detail. The Director of Public Prosecution, DPP, is yet to determine whether to allow the withdrawal of the cyber harassment case involving journalist and media personality MWANZA following an application by complainant MWANZA Daisy Lusumpa. Well, I observed the case and filed the following explainer. The Director of Public Prosecution at DPP, Gilbert Piri, is yet to determine the outcome of the cyber harassment case involving journalist and media personality MWANZA. Now, this follows an application by the complainant MWANZA Daisy Lusumpa, popularly known as Chichi Daisy, to withdraw the matter, an action that requires the DPP's consent before it can be effected. Ms. Mwanza appeared before the Lusaka Magistrates Court today, Monday, April 13, 2026, where proceedings were held in the chambers as the court awaited the DPP's position on the request. The matter has since been adjourned to April 20, 2026, when the court is expected to deliver the DPP's decision whether the withdrawal application will be granted. If the DPP consents to the withdrawal, the case will be discontinued and Ms. Mwanza is likely to be discharged, possibly under certain conditions. However, if the application is rejected, the matter will proceed to full trial, with the state expected to call additional witnesses. Ms. Mwanza is accused of using her Facebook platform on November 7, 2024 with intent to intimidate, harass, or cause emotional distress to Ms. Lusumpa. Now the case remains under judicial consideration pending the DPP's final determination. The Zambia Police Service has clarified that its recent staffing exercise was an internal measure aimed at filling in vacancies and strengthening manpower amid public concerns over transparency in the recent recruitment process. Ruth Nirongo has more in the following explanation.
The Zambia Police Service has clarified concerns surrounding its recent staffing exercise, stating that the process was conducted within established procedures and aimed at addressing internal manpower gaps. In a press statement issued on April 11, 2026, Public Relations Officer Godfrey Chilawi said the exercise followed approvals to fill vacancies created by retirement, resignation, and general attrition within the service. Mr. Chilawi explained the recruitment was firstly internal, targeting qualified civilian employees already within the institution and offering them an opportunity to transition into a regular police establishment. He added that the service also considered personnel who remained on the waiting list from the 2023 recruitment exercise, as well as individuals possessing crucial technical and trade skills. The police service says the move was necessary to strengthen operational capacity, particularly ahead of the key national assignments, noting that such internal staffing measures are standard practical across many public institutions. Mr. Chilawi further emphasized the exercise should not be confused with the regular recruitment process, which is open to public and has not yet been announced. The Zambia Police Service has since reaffirmed its commitment to professionalism, transparency, and fairness in all operations, including recruitment.
Zambia is targeting an increase in copper production to 3 million metric tons per annum by 2031 from the current 880,000 metric tons. Now, the target is supported by policies such as the National Mineral Resource Development Policy and the National Critical Minerals Strategy aimed at attracting investment. Now, government is also engaging international investors and expanding mining activities to meet the production goal. The move is expected to boost job creation, foreign exchange earnings, and strengthening the country's global mining position. Well, this story brings us to the very first set of commercial break, but still ahead in the news, IBA transfers diverted in a Mlea murder trial. More after this break. Thank you so much for staying tuned to ICU TV's main news. We continue with the stories. A senior official at the Independent Broadcasting Authority, IBA, has told the court of suspicious financial transactions before and after the death of Director General Guntila Mlea. Nkandu Eustace testified that he signed 2 bank transfer requests on July 5th and 24th, 2024, intended for the Zambia Revenue Authority, which were allegedly diverted to another account without his knowledge. Now, the court also heard that Mlea was allegedly murdered on July 23rd, 2024, with his body later found in Njolwe, while developments surrounding the case continue to unfold. In other news, government has raised concerns over the increasing cases of motorists illegally changing vehicle colors, including through vehicle wrapping without updating registration details. Now, the Ministry of Transport and Logistics says such practices are illegal and pose a security risk, as they can be used to conceal the identity of vehicles involved in criminal activities, with authorities directed to step in enforcement nationwide. Under the law, vehicle owners, are required to declare any change in color to the police and update the records with the Road Transport and Safety Agency RATSA. Now, failure to which may result in fines or other penalties. This story brings us to the second set of commercial break, and when we come back, we dive into the international news. Stay tuned.
The Information and Communications University is complementing government effort in promoting legal and safe mining for all Zambians. ICU is offering a short practical training course to artisanal and small-scale miners and those who intend to venture into mining. This training covers identification of rocks and minerals, mining operations and equipment, health and safety in mining, environmental protection, licensing and compliance. Qualifications: National Registration Card NRC. Apply now at www.icuzambia.net. For more information, contact the ICU School of Mines, Department of Artisanal and Small-Scale Mining at +260 763 302 596 or +260 973 263 492. For analysis of mineral samples, contact the ICU School of Mines Laboratory at +260 973 263 492 or +260 977 833 434.
Thank you so much for staying tuned. And now, in international news, Pope Leo has reaffirmed his commitment to speaking out against war and promoting peace and dialogue amid rising global tensions. Speaking to journalists during a flight to Algeria, the pontiff says he does not consider himself a politician, stressing that his role is rooted in moral and spiritual leadership. He added that he will continue to advocate for dialogue, understanding and peaceful resolution of conflicts in line with the Vatican's position on diplomacy and reconciliation. Well, still in international news, the Democratic Republic of Congo will ban all cash transactions in foreign currencies effective April 2027. Now, the measure is aimed at reducing widespread use of the US dollar and strengthening the confidence in local franc. Now, authorities say the move will help improve control of money and flows and support efforts to exit a Financial Action Task Force grey list. Now, amid concerns over the enforcement in a cash-based informal economy. We go on our final break, and when we come back, it is sports news. Well, finally, in sports news, the Football Association of Zambia has confirmed that the ABSA Cup quarterfinals will be played at Nkoloma Stadium in Lusaka and Arthur Davis Stadium in Kitwe on April 18th and 19th, 2025. Arthur Davis Stadium will host matches between Chirundu United and Zanaco, as well as plays it forward against Red Arrows, while in Nkoloma Stadium we'll see Mufulira Wanderers face the Muza and Power Dynamos take on Nchanga Rangers. The matches will be played as double headers over the 2 days as teams battle for a place in the semi-finals. Ends the news at 20 hours, but I've got headlines on the other side. As we end the main news, here is a recap of the stories making headlines tonight. DPP is yet to decide on MUTALE MWANZA cyber harassment case. Police clarify internal recruitment exercise amid a public tension. Zambia targets 3 million tons of copper output by 2031. And in international news, we have for plea of VOWS to promote peace and dialogue. Well, finally, in sports news, FIXTURES announces ABSA quarterfinals fixtures and venues. This has been the main news with me, Mishek Njakwa Edgars, together with Ruth Nirongo on the transmission box. It is one Zambia, one nation, one tribe, one love, and let love lead. Good night.